Everyone tells you that if you want better results, you just need to work harder. They say the difference between an A student and a C student is just the volume of sweat. That is a lie. In fact, that lie is the very thing keeping you stuck in the average bracket. Because, while you're busy grinding your gears, the students at the top are playing a completely different game with a completely different set of rules. What most students don't realize is that they are paying a price for studying incorrectly. When you use average methods like rereading or highlighting, you are paying a 70% inefficiency tax. That means for every 10 hours you spend in the library, your brain only buys 3 hours of usable knowledge. You aren't just tired, you're being robbed of your own life. Now, if that math just made you realize how much time you've been losing, you're already ahead of 90% of students. I release a new system upgrade like this every week to help you reclaim your time. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss the next audit. Consider this your weekly engine maintenance. Think about a student who spent 40 hours a week in the library. He was the hardest worker in the room, he had the most colorful notes and the latest study apps, but when the grades came back, he was still exactly in the middle. He realized that effort had become his security blanket. He was using busyness to hide from the fact that he wasn't actually learning. He was addicted to the feeling of being productive, but he was getting nowhere. So, here's the first big shift. Stop measuring your day by hours spent, and start measuring it by concepts mastered. You know, average students feel guilty if they aren't working, but top students, they feel guilty if they aren't evolving. If you can learn in 30 minutes what takes someone else 3 hours, you aren't lazy, you're efficient. Research on the Ebbinghaus Forgetting Curve actually shows that without a system for impactful review, you lose about half of what you learned within just 24 hours. The grinder tries to fight this with volume, but the strategist fights it with spaced repetition. Now, the second shift is all about ego. Seriously, you have to kill your ego. A lot of average students stay average because they're proud of their hustle. They love telling people they pulled an all-night session. But honestly, an all-nighter isn't a badge of honor. It's a sign of a broken system. You have to stop identifying as a grinder and start identifying as a strategist. Most students are still trapped in what I like to call the labor lie. If you have a friend who is currently grinding 12-hour days in the library and getting nowhere, share this video with them. Be the person who helps them stop the time leak. Alright, here's the final shift. Choose courage over comfort. It's comfortable to reread a textbook, but it's honestly terrifying to close the book and try to explain the concept to a blank wall. Average students choose the comfort of looking busy, while top students choose the discomfort of being challenged. Now, look 5 years into the future. You've graduated, but the game hasn't ended. It's just changed scales. In the professional world, your brain is your only revenue engine. If you spent 4 years in university training yourself to be a grinder, someone who only knows how to trade massive volume for mediocre results, you are entering the market with a broken machine. You'll be the person working 80-hour weeks just to stay afloat while the strategists are skyrocketing. Why? Because the world doesn't pay for your effort, it pays for your efficiency. By mastering these systems now, you aren't just getting an A, you are building a high-performance engine that can master any new skill, any new software, or any new market in record time. Success is a design problem, not a discipline problem. It was never about the hours. It was always about the ROI of your thinking. If you're ready to stop being an average student and start building a high-performance future, I want you to make a commitment right now. Comment the word strategist below. By typing that, you're agreeing to stop the labor lie and start auditing your own data. It's time to stop being a grinder and start being a winner. Subscribe, join the community of strategists, and let's turn your degree into a high-performance career engine. And if you want the exact audit checklist that helps you find those missing 10 hours every week, check the link in my description. Let's build your engine.